part 2 of our barrel adventure. We are finishing our own spirits distilled by others elsewhere, but we are finishing them in our barrels. And you know, the first video we did is when we put the spirits into these 6 barrels, and that was 6 weeks and 1 day ago, March 13th, 2021. And now in that ensuing 6 weeks, we actually moved. We moved from Fairfax, about 17 miles east, to Arlington, so we're in a totally different garage. And you're going to see us uncork these barrels, and we're going to taste, and I've even brought my better palate taster, Donna, my wife, with me, and she is going to help me interpret what we find in these barrels. Now, the bad news is that in the video that we uncork these with, we have cut off most of my head. That may be good news for most of you, but it's bad news for me because you're not going to see my head as we talk. But you're going to see beautiful Donna over here, and it'll be fine. But what you're getting is authentic tasting. We have not tasted anything in these barrels for 43 days, and now we're going to let you know how it is. And right now I'm going to show you where these barrels have been for the last 3 weeks or so. And then you will hear on the video where they're going to be 6 weeks and 12 weeks from now when we cut our next video. Here we go. Yes, here is where they have been sitting for the last 3 weeks or so in our Arlington garage. And I just took the barrels down last night and lined them up here so we could taste them. So it's been exactly 6 weeks and 1 day since March 13th, 2021. And we are going to taste all 6 spirits. We think we need a lot more aging, but who knows? We're going to do it right now, and then we'll do it probably another 6 weeks, which will be in the middle of summer when we take the rest. All right, so I've already removed all the plugs from these barrels to make it easier to pour out, except for the last one, which tends to leak. So I'm going to have to do that one separately. But let's go from right to left. We've each got a glass. We've got some ice water. We're going to dump our refuse in there and rinse out so that we would have to use 12 glasses. All right, so let's take our, this is just the cider we're going to start off with. So we'll take this glass. All right, my dear, we're going to each taste a little bit of the cider that we aged. And this has no alcohol, this here. This was just store-bought cider, is that right?
Store-bought cider.
Okay, and we don't have the bottle for that. You notice I have some of the empty bottles here from some of the spirits that we have. So we're going to see, does wood-aged cider taste any better than any regular cider? Here we go. Go ahead.
Cheers.
Oh, it's definitely fermented or something.
Oh, yeah.
Now remember, we did put some vodka in there or some moonshine in there to keep it from going bad, but that doesn't seem to have worked.
No.
It definitely doesn't taste good. It tastes a little bit like flat, watery apple soda.
Yes.
Right?
Not even apple soda. There's no fizz in it or anything. Just
Right. It's like flat soda, but it's not good. It's not vinegary.
No.
What is it? It's just kind of a rancid.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say fully rancid, but
doesn't taste good at all.
yeah. It's a little bit like bad lemons and bad apples. Okay. All right. Well,
that one.
not good so far, but we'll clean our palates and our glasses, and now we're going to move on to probably the most authentic of the bourbon styles that we have, because we took this Buffalo Trace White Dog Wheat Mash, which would be used as the forerunner to bourbon that Buffalo Trace itself would use, and then it would age it in its own barrels, and we're just doing that ourselves. So that's the next thing we're going to taste right now. I'm going to rinse that out. We're going to rinse my palate a little. Did you rinse your palate?
Yeah, I took a sip already.
Okay, let's hope this one's better than that cider. That was bad. Okay, here we go with this is 6-week aged bourbon. Yeah. Well, look, now it started off clear.
Yeah, let's try this. Now it has color to it.
Yeah, it has color, and this started off as clear as water. And if you waited long enough, this would become bourbon.
Yeah.
And it's on its way to bourbon. Now remember, in a barrel like this, it takes 6 times faster to age than it would in a 53-gallon barrel. So, in other words, 6 weeks is as if it's 36 weeks. So it's almost like a 2/3 of a year-old bourbon that you would get. And it is, you can't see. It's
very caramel.
But yes, it's caramel colored. It's getting dark. Yeah. It started off clear as water. Okay. I don't think you're going to like the taste of it because it doesn't smell awful.
No, it's not smooth at all, but it's very strong.
It's very strong. Now, it should be strong anyway because it's 57% alcohol. So typically, unless they would sell this as cask strength, they would be watering this down anyway after it comes out of the barrel and before they sell it. So this is stronger than we're used to drinking anyway, but it does need a little more time in the barrel, but it's on its way.
Yeah, it's actually
It's
not
not,
bad.
it's not terrible. It's better than the cider, right? If I had to drink one of the two, I think I would drink this.
Yeah, it just needs to. I definitely taste berries in here, though. Don't you? Yeah. It's very
I
strong.
can't get past the strength. I mean, it's
Strength is
very,
very
very
strong.
edgy. It's like aftershave.
Yeah.
But it does have, it has that woodsy, oaky
Yeah, it does have the woodsy.
bourbon smell. I think if we let this age for maybe another 12 weeks on top of the 6 and then water it down as you would to bring it down to about 40 proof instead of, or 80 proof instead of the 114 proof that it is, we'd actually be in pretty good shape.
Yeah, you get the aftertaste of the wheat.
Yeah,
I do.
yeah. Oh, you're getting that? I think your palate is better than mine. Okay.
What are we trying to port next?
All right, now we're trying port. Now this is port that we got from the VYA in California, and they're affiliated with Quady Winery, Quady, Q-U-A-D-Y. And instead of port, they make something called Starboard, which is like port, and I think it actually is better than port.
Yeah.
But anyway, we call it port. So this is port that we simply took out of the bottle and are aging it in this wooden barrel.
Okay.
Okay. So one benefit of doing this is that even if the wine doesn't taste any better or worse, the seasoning of this barrel for the next batch of bourbon or white dog or whatever we want to use is going to be pretty cool because it's going to be a port finished spirit at that time. So that one's now dripping and I can't stop it. So let me plug it up from the top while we're waiting. All right, you describe to the viewers what you're tasting while I plug
Well, I'm
this one up.
smelling very smooth still, but that's how the port is, isn't it? Very smooth.
Yeah, smooth.
Still very
It's
smooth.
about 20% alcohol, so let's see.
It's still. I still taste the port. I really don't taste a lot of the oak.
Yeah, but it's so good.
It's very good.
I don't know if this is any better than the
No.
port that we put in there, but it's certainly no worse.
No, it's not.
It's
gross.
excellent.
It's delicious.
Yeah, get yourself some of the Starboard from Quady Winery anyway. It's delicious,
Yeah, that's
even
really
without aging in the
I don't
barrel.
taste any aging to it, but I think what you said is going to add flavor.
It's going to add flavor to what we put in that barrel next because you can reuse these barrels. Okay. I don't want to let any drip of this go to waste, so while I drink, you talk to them about something.
It's very good. Very, very good. I'm excited to try the peach shine though. That's the one I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to.
okay, so now we're moving to the last three, and the last three are in 3-liter barrels instead of 1-liter barrels. So because that gives it a little less surface area per volume, then the aging isn't as fast as you would get in a really small barrel like this. But
You gonna drink all that?
no, I'm just using it to rinse the glass.
Glass, yeah.
But nonetheless, it still ages it pretty good. Okay, so this is Peach Shine. And what this is, I don't have a bottle of this to show you, but this is Sugarland Shine, which we like anyway as regular moonshine. Peach
We
flavor.
make cocktails with it.
Yeah, it's
Very
delicious. And now we're aging it in a wood barrel because what could make it better? It's already good, and now it's even better. Okay, so go ahead. Here we go. This is the Peach Shine.
Yes, this one I'm excited for. And no change of color.
Well, it's a little golden. Now,
Very
normally
good,
this
very
looks
little.
this looks as clear as water when it comes right out of the bottle.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's definitely looking more like
Very
like
light.
a very white
caramel.
wine, almost like a champagne,
Yeah. That's
but with
exactly.
no bubbles.
Yeah.
Here, I should pour it in here so they could see it.
Yeah.
They're probably like, why are we using the glasses then? Okay, so can you see that it's got a little bit of, yeah, it's got quite a bit of color. I'd
It
say
does
that
have
looks
a
like
little
a like a
Very light.
Riesling or something. All right, so let's taste this Peach Shine that's been aged.
It does add a little more depth to the peach moonshine than when you drink it by itself. I do taste a little oak in it.
You do?
Yeah, don't you?
Yeah.
A little more depth. That gives it a little more punch.
Yes.
I taste a little bit of the oak, but not much. Do you?
Not much. It's been 6 weeks, but it shows you how long it takes for wood to kind of affect a spirit. And this has been, what, 43 days? And it's a slight influence. And these are small barrels. Imagine how long it takes for a 53-gallon oak barrel to influence the fluid that's within it. A long time.
Yeah.
That's why they age it 7, 10, 12 years or longer.
It's still very good, though.
It is very good. I mean, the only thing that's gotten worse in the barrel is the cider. Otherwise, the barrels are making everything either equal or better.
Better. I definitely taste a little bit of a kick in this one, which is good because of the yellow.
But the kick was already there, right? Or no, you think?
No, I think it added a kick. If you remember peach shine by itself, it's very.
The Sugarlands peach shine
it's
is very smooth.
one-dimensional.
Yeah.
This adds another dimension.
Okay.
To it. You should do. We should do a taste test, a comparison.
You mean of just the plain shine with the aged shine? Yes.
Yeah, correct.
We don't have that. We used all of our shine up in the barrel aging experiment.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're down to the last two, and these are maybe the big ones. This is rum. We took white Polar, which I love this blonde Polar rum anyway, and we aged it and for 6 weeks. Of course, everything is 6 weeks, and we're going to see how this tastes. Now, my understanding is that the dark Polar is just aged Polar. Maybe it's a different blend, but it's generally just dark because of the aging. So we're essentially making dark Polar ourselves.
Okay. But this is clear, right? When you're not aged, it's clear.
It's not clear. It's like a white wine look.
White wine.
It's yellowish. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So let's try this.
Can you reach?
Yeah, but do you want to put it in a different glass?
Sure.
Use your fresher glass, so now they can see the color.
All right. Let's see.
Okay, here we go. All right, this is Polar that's been aged a bit. Polar rum.
Yeah.
For those of you that haven't heard of that. Now, this was named after Papa Ernest Hemingway's boat. Yeah, it is getting
a little bit more.
You can see a little darker. That's darker than normal Polar blonde would be.
Yeah.
And this, to me, is a good rum on its own. Well, you definitely. I taste a lot of wood in that.
Oh, yeah, you
Do
definitely
you taste the wood?
Yeah.
This is the most woodiness of all the ones we tasted. Why is
now
that?
Polar by itself has a little bit of a sweetness. I feel like the sweetness is gone.
Gone.
In here.
Yes, definitely.
Sure.
This tastes almost more like a bourbon.
Yes, it does. It's good.
It's very wood. This is by far the most woodiness of all, to me anyway. But your palate is better than mine. But
well, what's the alcohol content in this one? I'm just curious.
Normally it's 80. I think. Is it 84 or something? 80. Yeah, 42%, 84 proof. So
yeah, it's definitely not as sweet as it normally is.
Right. That butterscotchiness is gone, replaced by like a burnt wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say this is like halfway between a rum and a bourbon. It's very
But it's very smooth. It's
not, smooth. Yeah, this is good.
It's not like this one that we tasted, which
was
very.
This needs a lot more time.
Yeah.
You could serve this.
Yeah.
But I think people would honestly have trouble distinguishing, is this a bourbon or a rum?
It's like a High West. That's what it reminds me of.
Yes, it is like a High West. Okay. That's pretty good. I'm excited about a couple more weeks for all these things. All right, we're down to our last one, and I do need to unplug this one, because this one, for some reason, you might be asking about these barrels. I get a lot of questions about them. You can get them from barrelsonline.com, and they've all been great barrels, except for that last one.
You want to switch places?
Sure. Which leaks when it's right side up. So it's not really a problem. I just store it like this, and then when I want to use it, which is only when I'm videotaping here, I have to do this, and what's going to happen is it's going to start to leak right here. See, it's already started. So it's fine. To store upside down is fine, but it's going to start leaking now. Yeah. Okay, let's take your glass.
I think this has definitely enhanced your workbench. I like it.
Well, it's only here just for this thing. But what's in here? This is, we did corn shine, which is this Belle Isle moonshine, made from only corn. And this was 40% alcohol. And then we also put the mellow corn liquor, which is literally, it's called mellow corn. you can find it. It's also 80 proof, and it's just corn liquor. So we did a 3/4 of this and 1/4 of mellow corn,
Okay.
and so it's like making your own bourbon also.
All right.
And when those things,
Now this isn't as dark.
no. Now when those things come out of the bottle, when you buy them, this is like water, this is clear, and the mellow corn is yellow. So it's getting even darker now than it was. But this would also be like making your own bourbon also.
You can smell the sweetness.
Yeah, corn tends to be more sweet. Although this white dog, oh yeah, you're right.
That-
This white dog is
That's more wheat.
wheat,
sure.
yes.
Much more.
This is a wheat blend
Yeah.
with a little corn, but this is 100% corn.
Oh yeah, you can definitely.
And
it's the
to be
sweetness.
called bourbon, it has to be 51% corn. See, it's already leaking now. So let me, before I taste it, I'm gonna
Oh.
plug this up.
Oh
No good?
no, it's very It's like very bland.
I'm gonna turn this
It
over
has
like
no
this.
depth to it. Yeah, fix
All right,
that first.
there we go.
No, you gotta taste it.
Now it's
It has-
not gonna leak anymore.
has no
All right.
dimension.
What? It's just flat?
Very flat. Isn't that flat?
Yeah. It's
it's like
it's
the
like
apple cider.
a medicinal thing where it's just drink this rubbing alcohol.
Yes, that's
right?
exactly what it is. It has
Drink this,
no,
it'll make you. It doesn't have any
flavor.
season or any depth or personality to it.
No, but what's funny is that you can smell the sweetness, but you don't taste the
Yeah,
sweetness.
this has a
which is weird.
good nose,
Yeah,
but then a bad mouth taste.
I'm okay not finishing this one.
Mm.
We're gonna dump this one.
Yeah. Well, we'll let you know how the rest of this goes. We'll probably do another drop in 6 weeks, and by then we'll be down in yet a third place in Virginia. We're transporting all of these this week down to Smith Mountain Lake, and we'll be storing these there. And so the next drop-in will be from there.
Yeah.
So cheers, enjoy everything, and if you can't put spirits in a bottle, put yourself in one. Enjoy.